lovely people, welcome back once again to another exciting episode of Stitches Beads collection. I'm Miss Stitches. Today in this video I'm going to share with you how to sew your zip to your bag, like 4 different patterns of the bag. So I've had a lot of comments on please show us how to sew a zip on this method, and today I'm here to deliver it to you. So let's get into it now. So we are first using this pattern for the zip. We are using this 6/6 pattern for it, and this is the zip we are going to use. So I can't give the measurement of the zip because this is just a sample that I'm doing. So I have my needle and my Fishline using 0.35 or 35. That's what I'm going to use. You can use any smaller Fishline that you want, and just pass the Fishline through to come out from the exact point you want to start sewing from. So you first go through the zip, as you can see I'm doing with my needle. You pull it out, then you go through this next bead here, then you pull it out from this side. You have your first part attached, then with your needle you still go through the zip again, go through the zip, 1 2, you pull it out, then you go through the next bead here, you pull it out like this. Make sure it's very tight. This is the back side of it. Then you go through the zip again, you pull it out, then you go through the next bead here, you pull it out, and then you sew with the same method till you get to the end. So this is the pattern, or this is the method you should use for this particular mat or pattern of beads. Let me put it like I'm trying my possible best to make sure I'm explaining this very well. So this is the zip method you use for this pattern of bag or beads. Yeah, let me put it that way. So this is it. We have our zip nicely attached to the beads. Like when you sew this way, it's going to come out very neat, like there's no space or there's no Fishline showing. So this is it. And if you still want to sew on, you just turn to this side here. Yeah, so this is it. And let's move on to our next pattern. So with our next pattern, we have this here. So this is the reducing part. Okay, that's given us this, and I have a bag that has this pattern. That's why I want to shoot how to sew the zip for this pattern here. So I'm using this zip, and I pass my Fishline should come out from my point, my Fishline, my needle set. So with this also, you go through your zip, 1 2, then you pull it out. You make sure it lies behind the bead, then you go through this bead here, the next bead you pull it out, then you have it like this, then you go through the zip again, 1 2, you pull it out, then you go through the next bead here, you pull it out, then you have it like this. Make sure you position it well. This is the back side of it. Then you still go through the zip, you pull it out, then you go through the next bead here, you pull it out, and that's also the method you use for this pattern of beads. Then you are going to sew all the way to the end, or to where you want to fix your zip, let me put it that way. So this is the method you follow for it. So this is the method you use for this part here, and you are going to sew all round to where you want your zip to be. This is it, and this is how it looks. Let me try to pull it out. This is how it looks. This is it. This looks so neat, and this is what you use for this pattern here. And you move on to the next pattern, and this is the regular pattern that we use, the 444 pattern that we use. Like this is the most common pattern of beads that is popular. So I'm going to show you how to sew your zip for this pattern also. So I'm going to pass my fish lines to come out from this side here. We have it here, my fish line, my needle out, and I'm using the zip for it. So like I said, I don't have accurate inches for the zip because this is just an example. So you go through your bead, you pull it out, you make sure you have the bead on it, then you go through the next bead, you go through the bead, you pull it out, then you have it like this, then you go through your zip again. So because the zip is white, I'm sorry, it's a little bit difficult for you to see. Then you go through the bead, you pull it out, you have it like this, then you go through the zip again, you pull it out, then to the bead, you pull it out, you have it like this, and then you move on with the same method. So with this method, you are going to weave all the way to where you have to cover up. So you turn and weave the same method, or use the same method all through here. So this is it. Let me try to pull it out. That's how it looks. This is it. So you can turn and then weave to the next part. So this is how to sew for this pattern also here. So moving on to the next method or the next pattern, this is the queen itself. So I've had a lot of comments on this particular pattern of the bag. Yeah, so with this one, it's quite the same method for all to sew your zip. So let's move into this. I'm going to use this zip for it, this zip here for it, so you can see it very clearly. And I'm going to pass my fish line through to come out from here. So I have my fish line, my needle set, I have it here, and then let's start with it. So you first go through this zip here, the exact point you are starting from, you pull it out, then you just go through the next bead like this, you pull it out, make sure it's very tight. Okay, so you have it like this. This is the back side of it. Then the next step, you just go through the zip again, or you pinch the zip, you pull it out. Then you go through the next bead. You have it like this here. So this is it. Then you go through the zip again, you pinch the zip again. Then you go through the next bead. So as you sew on, you pinch the zip, you go through the next bead, you go through the zip, you go through the next bead, you go through the zip, you go through the next bead, and then you make sure you sew every side of it, like every single part of it, to make your zip secured. If you don't sew it well, your bag will fall off very soon, like it won't be quality. So you need to sew your zip very well to make your bag quality. That's why I've taken my time to give you every single pattern of beading and how you sew your zip to it. So this is it for this pattern here. So this is how it looks when you try pulling it. This is how it should look. This is the back side of it. So you can sew your lining, then you sew your zip, or you can sew your zip before you sew your lining, depending on how. No, it's best to sew your lining before the zip comes, so it will be very easy for you to get access to the entrance and sew freely. So this is the method for this 4 pattern. Like you won't get this anywhere. You only get this from Miss Stitches, like the one and only Miss Stitches, exactly. So I've taken my time to take you through this 4 pattern, and if there's more, I will make sure I make a video of them too, like the other patterns that I haven't done. But if you are watching clearly, you can see it's the same method that runs through for all the method, like in attaching your or sewing your zip to your bag. It's literally the same method that you use for all. And the good news is online classes are available, so just DM me and let's talk. Please give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more and more of my tutorials. Make sure to comment and share as well. Stay safe. See you in my next video. Have a nice day and bye.